Hi friends! Okay, let's do a smoky eye. I've saved a little bit of time by going ahead and doing all of my makeup except for my eyes. So what I have on my eyes right now is just a little eyeshadow primer with some matte eyeshadow to set the primer. I guess I should say who I am. Hi! I jumped right in there. I'm all about quick videos. I'm Lori Landsberg. Thank you for stopping by my page and watching this tutorial. I really appreciate the replay watchers. I'm gonna make this pretty fast and not talk so much, just so I know you guys like step-by-steps. So, LimeLIfe by Alcone, professional grade makeup, amazing. So I'm gonna be showing you a smoky eye, and I'm gonna be using this palette that Danessa Myricks, who is a fantastic celebrity makeup artist, created just for LimeLIfe by Alcone. I'm gonna use some shades from there, as well as one of the shades from our new spring palette. This gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous blue here called Blue Violet. So we're gonna give this a whirl. I haven't done it yet, but really a smoky eye is basically the same structure based on whatever color format you wanna use. So we're gonna take our large eyeshadow brush and we're gonna go into this shade right here. This shade is called Rise Up, and we're just gonna put a little bit under the brow bone. Acts as a highlight, not a lot, but it's a really nice shade that will coordinate really well, really nicely with the other shades that we're going to use, which would be these three right here, I think. I'll tell you the names as we go. This is brush number 7. It is our large shadow brush, and I'm using it for this dry shadow right now because we're going to wet the brush in just a second so we can make a color pop. All right, I'm going to take first we're going to do our lid, and we're going to be using this really pretty shade right here called Spirit Animal. And this is the Danessa palette. It comes as is. This is one of our special palettes that she created for us, so they're not available in individuals, but that's okay because trust me when I tell you, you will use these shades, all of them, and it doesn't matter what time of year it is, spring and summer as well. Amazing shades. So we're going to use Spirit Animal on the lid, and this is going to start our smoky eye. But one of the tips that I want to show you and talk to you about is how you can create a really smoky eye by creating a base for that darkest shadow. So I'm going to take this eyeliner pencil we have. This is one of our newest additions to the line. These are like 2 years in the making, and they absolutely got them right. But it is a waterproof eyeliner. So it's super awesome to go on your waterline, and it's not going to wash away with your tears. It's going to stay. It stays forever. You have to wash it off with soap and water. We have well, not soap and water, but we actually have this, which is also new, and this is a waterproof makeup remover. I'm going to take this brush, which is called the, it's number 13. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that color. I'm just taking it right on the eyeliner, and I'm gonna do a very, very, very light layer just on that lid part, because what it's gonna do is it's gonna create a dark background for our lid color to stay. It's also going to help it stay longer. Now, this is waterproof. As I said, this liner, it dries in about 3 seconds. So you definitely want to be semi-careful putting it on. If you are using it as a liner and you're thinking that you want to smudge it so it has a little bit more of a smoky look, you have to make sure that when you put it on, you've got your brush ready to smoke it. So just layer that on, just a thin layer. We're not doing a whole lot. I'm barely even getting any on my brush. I just want a dark background. Since we're doing a smoky eye, I want a really dark background so I can lay that powder right on top of it. And then it's an even smokier look. Doesn't have to be perfect. Try to get it as even as you can. With it drying as fast as it does, it's going to be hard for it to be really, really smooth, okay? But you're also going to guarantee that you're going to have that dark's going to be there. All right, so that is that. And this is just a great tip for any kind of smoky eye. If the lid's going to be really dark, if you use that black first, it's going to be staying. You're going to be golden. We're going to take our large eyeshadow brush and we're going to go right into this color right here called Spirit Animal. If you're not familiar with LimeLIfe, the one thing you need to know is how pigmented our shadows are. That is one of the qualities that makes it a professional product. We're going to take it and we're going to press it onto the lid. Pressing it onto the lid allows it to, you're sort of packing it on. And I will say, I do recommend that when you're doing a smoky eye, that you start with your eyes and you don't do your foundation. Now, I have my foundation on just to save time, so you guys aren't on here forever with me, and you can learn how to do this quickly. But ordinarily, I would not put my foundation on first, because you're gonna have, you know, ultimately you're gonna have some fallout, and then you just have to redo your shadows. I'm just trying to be a little careful. Okay. So see what I've done? I've packed it on. So I packed it on, and that's going to allow it to stay, but that dark base, that black base we have, is going to make it stay on even better. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this one, and I'm going to do this one really fast. Just pack it on that lid. If you have smaller eyes, you might want to use the small eyeshadow brush. I'll show you the difference in sizes, just so you know. This is the large shadow brush. This is the small shadow brush. All of our brushes are going to look like this with the black handle. I'm using the old brushes, exactly the same shape. Everything about it is the same. It's just a little bit more of a luxury. In the new brushes with the weighted handle are really nice. Okay. Make sure you pack it in there. Make sure if you have creases on the lids, pull it just a little bit taut. You don't want to be putting that dark shadow on and then you open your eye and you've got creasing. That's not attractive. Okay, so press that in real nicely, and then you can kind of go back and forth right in that crease just to kind of blend that out a wee bit. Okay, now this shadow is matte, and the reason that that's important for you to know is because when you have older eyes, you do not want to be putting a lot of shimmers on your eyes in the areas where you have a lot of crepiness or wrinkles, because all that's going to happen with that is the light is going to reflect off of that shimmer, and it's going to make that crepiness appear even more crepey and the wrinkles even more wrinkly. All right, so do you see that? So it's packed on nicely. I've got that nice dark layer. So then now we're going to take this brush number 9, and we are going to go into this really pretty color right here, which is called Fortune Cookie. And am I going to do that, or am I going to do this? No, I think I want to do this one. It's called OM, and I'm going to take that with my angled brush number 9, and we're going to blend that right into right here where this shade ends, where we blended a little bit, and you've got a nice soft halo effect. And we're going to put this here, and we're going to come up the eye. So what we do is, what we're doing is we're doing a gradient look where we've got dark, and then we have OM, keep your eye open for you ladies who have hooded lids. Keep your eye open so that you can make sure you still see color with your eye open and that those hoods are not hiding it. But you see that, how nice that looks? Look at the difference between this one and this one. Okay, we're going to do this other side real fast. Get right there in the crease, because you want to blend out that you don't want a harsh line there. You want it to be nice and soft. A smoky eye is all about making it as soft as you can and having no harsh lines, no edges, no harsh edges. Remember, with your eye open. Don't be afraid to try this. Give it a whirl. You'd be surprised. It's all about the proper makeup and the proper tools and the proper placement. That's something that you can learn. Just by watching some of these tutorials, you can really learn a lot. Okay, so see what I'm doing? I'm just coming up. Just a little bit of that product is moving upward on my eye. Okay. Ooh, do you see how pretty that is? That's already looking really, really nice. Okay, now I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is called Fortune Cookie. And I wanna just try something and see how this looks. I'm putting that, sort of diffusing that OM shade and putting just a little extra between that and that real pretty Rise Up color. See how I'm keeping my eyes open? Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna take this brush right here. This is our Smoky Liner brush. You don't wanna just have product on the top lids, you also wanna go below your lids. So I'm gonna take that same color, Fortune Cookie, and I'm gonna go under the lower lash line, bring that color from the top, underneath, starting at the outer corner. You want the most pigment deposited there, and then as you bring it in, it's getting smokier and smokier and lighter from dark, not dark to light, but most pigment to the least amount of pigment. Same thing right here. This is one of my favorite brushes too. This is such an easy brush, but you could also, if you're in the market for brushes, instead of, you know, if you can't afford to get all of the brushes, which is understandable, that's an expense. It's you could use the small shadow brush. That's also really, really good to go up under the eye. So if you're using that for your lid, you could use it also under your eye too, and just save yourself a little bit of money. Build your collection over time. You don't want to break the bank, but you do want to get good quality brushes, and these are all pro grade. Weighted handles, really, really nice. Okay, so now that I've done that, I see a little, oh man, I was gonna spray, I forgot. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. I was totally going to use my setting spray. I didn't do it, did I? I'm gonna spritz it for that spirit animal. I was totally gonna do that and I just forgot. I'm gonna, because it makes it darker. So I'm gonna just go back in and go on top of it. I noticed a little space. I wanted to make sure. Pressing it again into the lid. And you can just use the same brush and just kind of blend it out. Can you see the difference? So again, let's spritz it. Just a little spritz, dip it in your eyeshadow. It makes it deeper, darker, brings out more pigment. So if there's a shadow that you really, really love, or if you're going for a look that requires you to have bold pops of color, then you can always wet your brush. You can use water. I always say water works, but spray stays, because setting spray is meant to make that pigment stay. Water is gonna make it pop, but it's not gonna last as long as the spray. And all I can tell you is just try it and you'll see what I mean. All right, so again, just pressing that into the lid and then just sort of going over that edge to make sure that it's, oh, this is a really pretty color. Okay. Gonna go in now with that same spirit animal and the same smoky liner brush, and I'm just gonna go, just tap your brush a little bit, and I'm gonna go right up at the corner, and I want it to be dark and I want it to just fade as I go towards the center. Tap. I don't want to have a lot, but this is a smoky look, right? And you can see what I mean by doing your foundation last. I've pretty much kept my fallout to a minimum, but by using all these darker pigments and doing a smoky eye, you're doing a lot of blending. So you can, I call it smudging, like smudge it, If you smudge it, then you get it's smoky looking, like, you know? Okay, so there we go. All right, we're almost done. Okay, so that's it for those shadows. So I used 4 shadows on my lids. Now we're gonna do something really, really fun. We are gonna take that gorgeous blue violet shade right there, and we are gonna take this brush, number 13. It's the angled liner. It's not called the angled liner, it's called something, but anyway, it's angled, and we're gonna spritz it again with setting spray, and we're gonna go into that blue violet, and this we're gonna use as a liner. Can you see this? Okay, and we're just gonna go right at the lash line. And remember, I wet my brush. So it's gonna make that color pop. It's very pretty. It might be hard for you to see on camera, but I'll try to take some pictures of it. Again, I'm gonna squirt it again with the setting spray, and this is gonna go back over it because I want a nice thick line. I really want that blue. I'm using it just as a liner. So if you're one of those people that say, there's no way I could wear bright, bright colors, you totally can. See what I'm doing? I'm wearing a bright color, but I'm wearing it just as a liner. Try it, you'll be surprised. I did have a little fallout there, so take my fan brush and just whop it away. Okay, so there's that. See how pretty? Can you see? All right, now we're gonna do the other side real fast. And then the only thing, there is another couple of steps that I want to show you because we are going for smoky, right? So I'll show you another couple little tricks. So setting spray on the angled, it is called the angled liner. We have a bent liner and an angled liner. And you can use either one. This one's a little bit thicker. I'm doing makeup. Share it with your female friends if you think they would like it. Okay, so blue eyeliner, just a little pop of color, does wonders, wakes up your eyes, and on top of that smoky, ooh, does it ever pop. Okay, that is it, you guys. That is the eyeshadow. We're done. Before I came on, I went ahead and I curled my lashes with my lash curler. So I'm just gonna give it one more curl. And we're gonna do some mascara. I've had the mascara warming up a bit just on my skin, but I'm gonna take, while it's warming up a bit more, I'm gonna take that black, remember I said it's waterproof eyeliner, and I'm gonna go right on the, if you can see this, that upper waterline, because we are going for smoky. So let's make it look smoky. Go below the lashes on that waterline. This is, like I said, it's waterproof liner, but it does not get in your eyes. It dries in 3 seconds. So, it's not gonna go anywhere. It also helps if you have a mirror that you can do like this. Okay. So can you see how much even smokier that is? I'm gonna put some on the lower lash line too. Let me just take brush. If you have a little fan brush or a light brush, this is super lightweight. It can flick off any of the fallout. All right, so loving these eyes. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this lower waterline. I like to get it on the waterline and embed it into the lashes. Our liner pencils, we have brown, black, and nude. The nude is really great for opening up your eyes when you're really tired, when you've got red eyes. It neutralizes that red. Wow, look how pretty that is. See? Do you like? Okay, super fast, guys. I talk a lot, but it's super easy. Okay, we're gonna take our mascara. This mascara is black, It has fibers, little tiny fibers built in, so it's layerable. So you can really get the length and thickness that you desire just by putting on several coats, letting them almost dry in between. Oh gosh, hang on, my nose is running. Hang on, let me get a tissue. Do I have a tissue? Hang on. Okay. Done. Now, I thought I would pop on some false lashes with this because I think a smoky eye looks really great with false lashes. Just thickens them up even more. Or you can just go with the mascara. It's whatever your preference is. See the difference? See how that opened up my eye? And as I said, it's layerable, so you almost let it dry and you go back in with extra mascara. You can just do it on the tips. You can turn your wand like that and you can do the tips, and it places some of those fibers on the ends of your lashes and gives you nice length. Sorry, can you hear my dog? And then, so sorry, Maxwell has a narrowed esophagus and sometimes he makes those noises. Okay, so now we're gonna go on the bottom row and get those lashes. That's gonna open up the eyes even more. Come back, put a little bit more, go on the back side. Going on the back side, I don't know if you've ever done that, but that helps thicken them up. Especially with this mascara. See the difference? See this eye versus this eye? Big difference. Mascara really opens up. False lashes will open them up even more. All right, love this eyeshadow. I don't know if I'm gonna do false lashes. You can get this mascara for $20. It's very affordable, really good mascara. Water resistant, not waterproof, so you're not gonna be struggling to get it off. Although if you do like waterproof, we don't have it, but we do have a waterproof makeup remover spray. Fantastic. If you haven't seen my video on that, it's unreal how it can take off waterproof makeup with just a couple of swipes. It's crazy. Okay, so now I'm just doing this bottom lash, the bottom lashes, and I'm gonna do one more coat. Hey, say hi when you come on. Thank you guys for joining. I usually do all of my, look, dang. I usually do all of my videos on my main page, but I'm transitioning over to my business page. So tell your friends if you get value out of this and you like tips and tricks on makeup and health and things like that and skincare. Make sure you tell your friends and have them join us. Okay. Wow. I mean, wow. I'm going to try to get pictures of this. Hopefully I can capture how pretty that pop of blue is. And then I'll show you one last thing that you can do with this palette right here. So with this spring palette, you can take, I like the smoky liner brush that we went under our eye with, and you can even go back under, and now that you have the mascara on, like if you wanted to, you know, make it even more like a little bit thicker below there, you can do that. Just use the excess shadow that's already on there. Isn't that pretty? But you can take it and wipe it off, and we can go into this really beautiful Whoopsie Daisy. It's got a bit of a yellow cream undertone, and I think it goes nicely with the earth tone shades that we're using, and put that right in the corner as a highlight. And I just like the way that looks. Okay, you could even take it if you wanted, and you could go right here, right under here. Have a tiny little pop of shimmer right there. And what that does is it brings the eye up, the attention. It brings the attention up. Here, which gives the appearance of a lifted lid, even when you have droopy lids like I do. Put it right there in the arch of the brow, and just make sure you blend it out. Okay, you guys, I'm done, and I love this. I hope you enjoy it. If you get value out of it, please do share, and I'd love to know your comments below in the comment section. If there were different colors you would have chosen, or if you have questions about your particular eye shape, your lid shape, your brow shape, whatever, please let me know. I'd love to help you. And check out my website, LoriLandsberg.com. We have the best products available, recommended by professional makeup artists, picked by professional makeup artists, and the prices are fantastic. Very, very reasonably priced, less expensive than high-end department store brands, because you're not paying for a name, you're paying for quality. So thanks for joining me so much, and I look forward to the next time I show you another look. Bye, guys.